Alright, here we are in the new place. Logging it up. Um, yeah, so it's been a while. It took a minute to get this place set up. It was mostly box land for a bit, and it's still not like organized in the best of ways, and there's still not really anything on the walls. But it's a place where I can sleep and live comfortably and cook some food, and my girls can come and stay and be happy and get to do the things they love to do, and they can even go into their own room and hang out. And sometimes when they get tired of each other's company, or heaven forbid, my company, they can lock themselves in there and not worry about interruption. And I've done the same. Like I got to play music by myself while they were happily doing other things on Saturday when they were here last. Um, so it's come together. It's very nice. It's a good place here. There's a very unique type of bug here in the town where I used to live, Denton, a long time ago. This is before the other house. But back in Denton, they had these giant American cockroaches, the kind that you could strap a saddle on, and the kind that would wake up, or that would wake you up because they were crawling on your face. And it was a very not fun experience. But here, we've got these tiny ones. They're very numerous. They're German cockroaches, and they look an awful lot like bed bugs, but they're not bed bugs. But needless to say, because I have insisted that the girls check their beds religiously before bed, and I check my own because I want to make sure that they're not bed bugs, um, they're convinced that Daddy has bed bugs in his apartment, and it's not that bad. And already, because they know that I don't leave food out for them and stuff like that, the bug problem has diminished. The apartment complex has treated, and we're seeing their numbers dwindle. So, but I did some internet research and discovered that it only takes one little mama to make something like 300 and something babies. So I imagine that it's going to be a problem that at least exists in some level for the entire time I'm here. Mostly because this complex is very pet friendly, which means open food and water sources in some of the other apartments. So I can seal only so many cracks, um, and they'll still get in from time to time. So um, it's just a thing that happens. I'm just thankful that I don't live in Denton, where the cockroaches are big enough to fly at you when they're scared. Actually, maybe I'm scared and they just fly at me because they know it. I don't know. Chicken and egg sort of problem. Anyway, music is happening here. I don't really have a good space for recording though. That's a real problem. I don't really have the setup for that, so something needs to happen there. I need to figure out maybe some place to develop. Maybe take some space in one of my closets in my bedroom to do that. I think I'm going to spend a weekend or some day, some point, just figuring that out because it is time. Like all this stuff is coming together on the channel. Um, you know, nothing nothing I'd slap down on a record of covers or anything, but it's presentable. Like I'm showing some of this stuff off, and it's getting good attention, positive attention, and people are responding to it and saying that I'm doing good work. So the only thing to do with that is do more. So that's what we're gonna do. Just keep doing more. We got a couple of fun things up at the moment, just because I wanted to do them. I'm a big fan of Thin Lizzy. One of the first bands I got really into as a kid. They were around a couple years before I was born. But for me, like they inform heavily almost the entire '80s sound that I grew up with. So, so I like to go back and listen to them, and it's one of the things my best friend Robert really liked growing up too. Um, so, so we share that, and I put it up just because I was kind of like, well, I used to love this song, and I used to kind of play the intro before I knew what I was doing and was any good. Um, and I was like, well, maybe I can actually do this now, and I was surprised. I can play the things, but the playing and the singing is much harder because of the fact that the singer is a bass player and his parts are much simpler than the ones that the guitar player's playing. So if I'm going to try to do this guitar and sing thing at the same time, it's going to take some either massive skills I don't have, or some arranging or something. Or as I was coming up with on my last practice, maybe I just need a second musician to help me out a bit. Maybe I can just multi-track myself. Who knows? You know, we've got the technology, we've got the capability. It's getting late. I gotta clean the kitchen so there's no food for the bugs. Yeah. People that do like this, recommend it to somebody. You know, don't show it off like it's like something amazing. But who knows? Maybe I'm the next somebody that turns into something else, and you'll be on the scene first. So I much appreciate it. I'm trying to build this in a way that is not overly, I don't know, just in people's faces. I want it to be very organic, and I want to just keep growing it slowly. So